Good morning and welcome to the coverage of today's plays. The Bank Gulfala presents Blue World City, Pakistan versus Bangladesh Test Series, the second test, and it is day 2. Hello and welcome. I'm Sikandar with you, and we are here bright and sunny since the start of the day, and that's what we wanted. That's what we were looking for. It is the first time a full first day of a test match has been washed out at Rawalpindi. So let's see what the strategies are going to be. These are the session timings. We are expecting the first ball to be bowled at 9:45 in the morning. Toss is just close by, and then we'll add 15 minutes to the start and 15 minutes to the end of the game. So we'll try to cover up every day by bowling extra half an hour, and 98 overs have to be bowled in the day, and we're looking good in terms of the weather. All right, now, so I've got my guest alongside me, Amir Sohail. Very, very good morning, bright and sunny. Nice to see that.
Good morning. It's contrasting weather, isn't it? It was very pleasant. It was pelting down, and now it's humid and hot.
Yeah, it is. Now, a quick one. Before we hit the toss, this much-awaited chat about what is Pakistan's 11 going to be. Are we going to have...
like we suggested, it's been pelting down for the last 2 days, and there is every likelihood the moisture is retained in the surface. And once the moisture is retained, there is every likelihood the spinners are going to get a bit of turn, and if the shiny part of the ball hits the surface, it skids on. And the spinners, they do have a chance, especially the leg spinners. Yeah. So I think you got to have a leg spinner on your side, along with 3 fast bowlers.
We had a quick chat yesterday about this. Let's have a look at the 12 that Pakistan announced. Now, we know that Shaheen Shah Afridi is not available, so the first choice probably straight away would be Mir Hamza coming in to replace him. But then, is Pakistan going to play a specialist spinner? And if yes, who is the player who leaves out the 11?
I think it'll be unfortunate for Salman Ali Agha that he has to pay way for a spinner to feature in this test match. Otherwise, you cannot tinker with the top order, because you have given an opportunity to Simon to start afresh in test match arena, and if you just drop him after one game, it won't be fair.
Would you do away with one pacer like Muhammad Ali or someone, or you want to stick with 4?
See, you have to, if you are playing on a surface which is like of every likelihood going to offer something to the pacer and the seamers, you got to have 4 fast bowlers. You have to be innovative. You have to put a bit of pressure on your batting lineup. Yes, they struggled in the previous outing against Bangladesh, but you need to be innovative, and at the same time, you need to be brave, because the main thing is to pick up 20 wickets, and we have struggled at home. So you have to find a way to pick up 20 wickets and put decent runs on the board.
When you talk about Jason Gillespie being the head coach, he's been a fast bowler himself. How much impact would that have on the selection? Because you don't have to convince him that we need 4 fast bowlers. He is a fast bowler himself.
Look, you can have 6 fast bowlers, but they need to come out with the right ideas, and execution has to be there. And we would like to see a bit of signature of Jason Gillespie as a coach when the bowlers, they come out to bowl for Pakistan. It was a miss in the last game.
Now, with 4 days of play, if we hope to get all 4 days, that would change the strategies, how the captains are going to look at this game. So you win the toss, what would you do now?
You have to bowl on a pitch like this, which is going to offer something, because grass is fresh. There is every likelihood that there is moisture there in the surface. You have to capitalize that. You have to take advantage of that. And if you're able to get rid of the opposition for a low score, then there'll be confidence in the batsman's mind as well, and they'll be able to wear the confidence on their chest. But if they lose the toss...
Again, for our viewers' sake, I mean, we still are going to say this is going to be a good batting track once you see off that first hour and a half.
More than that. On this surface, there'll be more than that. At least 2 sessions, it'll offer something to the bowlers. Yes, the sun is baking down. Actually, it's flaring down. There is every likelihood the moisture is going to evaporate quickly, but since there is a lot of grass on the surface, it is going to offer something to the bowlers.
We've been talking about... well, we got toss lined up, I'm being told, so we're very close to that. The much-awaited moment, the 2 captains out there. We got Bazil Khan in the center, and finally on day 2, we have the toss ready for you for the second test match.
Finally, it is toss time on day 2 in Rawalpindi of this second test match. We've got Shan Masood, Pakistan's captain. We've got Najmul Hassan Shanto, Bangladesh captain and the ever-present Rajan Madugale. Over 400 internationals, still going. Very good. Right, Shan, you have the coin.
Head.
Heads is the call.
Heads is the call.
Heads it is.
Heads it is. Shantu, you won the toss. What will you be doing and why?
I like to bowl first. Looks a little bit moisture on the wicket. I think it will help our seamers.
Last test match, obviously historic win. Now you want to win a series here. What things do you need to improve on, or you think that you played a perfect test match last game?
I think last match we played very good cricket, but that is past. But we are thinking this test match, and we are not looking ahead of this test match. We just try to follow our processes.
Do you have any changes to your side?
Yes, we made one changes. Shariful, unfortunately, he had little niggle on his groin. Taskin in place of him.
Very good. Thank you very much, and good luck for the game.
Thank you.
Shan, what would you have done if you had won the toss?
We would have also had a ball first. Obviously, it's been under the covers. But look, I think it's a 4-day game now, and we have to play our best cricket.
Right. The biggest question is, what is your 11? Any changes now?
From the 12, we've rested Naseem. So then Abrar and Mir Hamza technically come in from the last game instead of Shaheen and Naseem.
And any thoughts on the pitch? How will that develop? You think they'll be a bit for the spin and maybe play like last match?
Look, again, we have to wait and see. I think this has a little bit more coverage of grass. That's why, I mean, we've played the extra spinner just to see if we can get some help. And I think Abrar offers something different. And we've seen him whenever he's operated on green tracks as well. He's got a little bit of help from them. So we've just decided to play 3 quicks and have Abrar and Salman as the spinners.
Thank you very much. Good luck for the test match. Now, news out here in the center is Bangladesh have won the toss and elected to bowl.
We talk about the changes, much expected, but the advantage to Bangladesh winning the toss and no problems in bowling first.
Definitely, there is a huge advantage. There is plenty of juice in the surface, and I saw a sigh of relief on his face when he won the toss. And but the only thing is, the change they have made in their lineup is not convincing. Yes, Taskin is a handy bowler to have in your side, but on a surface like this, where you need to pitch the ball up to the batter, he digs the ball in a short, and plus he bowls into the pitch. It might work in favor of Pakistan.
A quick one. I mean, we knew the Shaheen isn't available. To leave Naseem also out, you agree with that?
I think on talent and everything, I don't think it's the right call. But what I saw in the first test match, he was really struggling with his fitness. So maybe that is the reason why he's been ousted from the side.
Okay, so 1 change for Bangladesh, 2 for Pakistan. We'll talk more on that after the break. Welcome to the Pitchside Studio, and here we are. For those who've just joined us, Bangladesh have won the toss. They've decided that they will bowl first on day 2 of the second test match, as we know that the first day was lost to weather. I'm being joined by Athar Ali Khan, and also Amir Sohail has been here on the show. Good toss to win. And how's the mood in the Bangladesh camp? How are you looking at this game with 4 days to go?
I think they're very positive because they've already created history, but they've also had this feeling in the camp that what they've done in the past is okay. You really don't want to think too much and go into the past. Important for them to realize that even though there are 4 days left in this test match, result is a possibility. And winning the toss and trying to bowl here, I think is a correct decision. Yes, they had made a forced change, which Taskin Ahmed coming in place of Shariful Islam, because Sharif has a little bit of niggle. I spoke to him earlier, and he looked at the surface and said, I really wanted to play on the surface because it looks spicy, doesn't it? It's got quite a lot of grass. So hopefully they'll get their act together and bowl in the right areas earlier on.
Well, I hope so. Let's have a look at the Pakistan 11. I'll bring Amir in. Now, we know the 2 changes. Naseem and Shaheen are not there. How about the batting? They haven't compromised on that, and they've gone with that full strength that played in the first test.
I think it's a concern, isn't it? And they're wary of that. And that's why they haven't risked to sit out a batsman, a frontline batsman in the lineup who can be handy with the ball as well. So, you know, they're showing a bit of nerve, the Pakistani squad at the moment. So let's hope they have a good beginning into the test match.
Okay. But when you talk about the change that Bangladesh have made, We had a feeling Taskin would play because he's got that experience. And yes, of course, you mentioned Shariful had a niggle, so he makes way automatically. But this is still a very strong and very balanced side.
It is, and you remember that it is a winning combination. Yes, they've lost Shariful Islam, but to be able to have and get someone like Taskin Ahmed, because Taskin has only played 13 test matches. He hasn't been a part of the longest format for a long period of time. That's the reason why he was called to play that 4-day game earlier, to make sure he gets that feeling of bowling in the longer version. He's a very, very smart bowler, and he does not want to get carried away. He's led the attack in white ball format for Bangladesh for a pretty long time, and he should enjoy bowling here. It's not only about him, it's about the combination of bowlers that Bangladesh brings into the 11. You have Nahid Rana, he's out and out quick bowler. I'm expecting him to be better in these conditions. And also the other bowlers, don't forget about the spinners. You have a good combination of seam and spin, and hopefully that can do the trick one more time for Bangladesh.
Well, I hope so too. Now, we're talking about what advantage can Bangladesh extract from this toss that they've won. Let's have a look at the pitch.
Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium, Kushamdi. Bright sunshine greets us this morning. The wicket has been under continuous rainfall for 3 days, and I have to say, can you tell the difference? No, you can't. The ground staff have done an unbelievable job. They've been working day and night to get conditions prepared for Test match cricket today. We have lost 1 day, so only 4 days left. We're 4 wickets across, a little bit more towards the centre. And what can we say about this pitch? Well, there's a lot of grass on it, and we said that about the last Test match. If I get down on my haunches here, you can actually feel all the grass here, but don't be fooled. Remember last time the sun did come down and bake this wicket into an absolute batting paradise. I expect a very similar affair today, although I think that this wicket might do a little bit up front. It is a little bit soft. There has been that rainfall, so I expect the ball to do a bit more. Particularly those opening bowlers will want to get into the batsmen.
All right, now we talk about this pitch. Now, first session, not first half an hour or 1 hour. The first session is important for both the sides, will shape the way into this Test match where they're heading. So, Pakistan, of course, we remember 16 for 3, Pakistan reduced to that, and then they went on batting. So this surface will offer a lot for the batters, no matter what.
It will later on.
Yeah.
But initially, there is a lot of grass, and I suspect there is a bit of juice there, moisture retained in the surface, and it will offer something. And for the Pakistani batters, it's all about showing the awareness of the off stump. What they should focus on, okay, if we don't lose early wickets, the opposition captain has won the toss and inserted us in to bat first. If they don't get early wickets, they'll be frustrated. Once you get the ballers frustrated, they'll start to experiment, and that's where, as a batsman, you have the chance to score runs quickly and at your will.
Just to add on to what Amir Sohail mentions, also the fact that as an opening batter, it's important, it's crucial where you find out where is your off stump. That's what he was pointing at, Amir Sohail. So make sure that the balls that you need to play are close to your body, and let the ball go and let it go to the keeper. It doesn't really matter if the ball goes to the keeper. When the shine goes off, it might just settle down. But I think this pitch has got a lot of grass, much more grass than the last one. And the likes of Hassan Mahmood, I forgot to mention his name. I thought he was the pick of the bowler. He didn't pick up too many wickets. I think ideally this pitch is suited for him. I think he's the danger man for Bangladesh.
Just one thing I want to add. On a pitch like this, as a batter, you cannot commit everything on the front foot. You'll get more opportunities to score runs off the back foot rather than on the front foot.
Well, these are the strategies the two teams will be looking at. We have a commercial break to take. We'll come back.